Well, good afternoon. Hopefully you're faring okay after snow has been moving through the valley this morning. We've got some areas of snow in North Dakota, at least, that were quite heavy. We ended up kind of shifting that heaviest line a little bit farther west. Velva, the big winner so far at 12 inches, a foot of snow there. The Lansford area, a little over 11 inches. Minot got 11 inches. So we saw quite a bit of snow there. But in the valley, our highest number is 7 inches so far. That's in the Cleveland area in Stutsman County. Lemoore, the Can-Do area, all in our western viewing area, 5 inches of snow, and Devil's Lake was around 4. In Fargo, so far our highest measurement is about 3.1. And if you were in Grand Forks, you probably noticed we didn't have much snow, if any at all. Just a couple of flakes there. We ended up not getting much snow there. We were right on the edge of that sharp cutoff line with this system. So here's a look outside right now. Jamestown, one of those areas that's picked up some snow, and we're looking at conditions that are going to be on the a little bit snowy side. We've got a little bit of drifting going on right now over in the Jamestown area, and we're still seeing some remnants of that snow kind of making its presence known on the interstate. So even if it's stopped, it's still not necessarily done with us just yet. Here's a look at the latest radar. Most of us are looking pretty quiet. It's still down by the state line with South Dakota, where we're watching that snow drop southward, affecting places like Ellendale, the Lemoore areas, and back down into Sargent County. Fargo, we had a little bit of snow kind of approaching from the north, but it's since fizzled out. We're still seeing a few flakes associated with it, but it is drying up as it's making its way southward. And I'm keeping an eye on a little bit of snow north of the border, just a little area here that's pretty light at this point, but that might make its way into some of our counties right along the international border. But as we were talking about earlier, you can see this system basically moving on now from the valley, and it will continue dropping south, a big one that'll affect other parts of the Midwest. Here's a look at our visibility reports. Again, a good indicator of where that snow happens to be falling. We're at 2 miles in Fargo. Up to the north, a lot of us reporting that 10-mile maximum visibility. That's great to see. It means you've got good conditions. And a lot of us up north are enjoying some sunshine right now, so it's very different from north to south. And we're looking at wind that's turning from east to north here in the valley as that system moves on. So once we get that northerly wind kicking in a little bit more heading into the afternoon, we might have a little bit of light blowing and drifting, some wind gusts into the 20s that we'll have to watch out for. Could cause a couple of issues on the roads. Not going to be a big ground blizzard or anything like that, but still some impacts associated with it. Temperatures, we are below zero. We've been all day up around Lake of the Woods. 1 below in Vidette, 2 below in Roseau, and as we look southward into the teens, but that's about it. We're not going to warm up much from there today, and in fact, I think we'll see our temperatures slide a little bit continuing on into the afternoon. Wind chills will be below zero if you're in the northern valley. We've got double digits below there, 14 below in Grand Forks. In Fargo, our temperature right now is 1. So, or rather, our wind chill is 1. Now, here's a look at our hour-by-hour planner. We're going to watch that snow just kind of depart gradually here over the next couple of hours. Still perhaps affecting places like Sisseton, back to the Wheaton area, down in the southern valley by 3 o'clock. But in general, we've got some clearing going on. So there's going to be some sunshine and some cold air taking over for a lot of places this afternoon. And again, we need to watch out in the southern valley. You see these wind arrows here for that potential for some drifting snow initially in the wake of this system. Once that clears out, the wind will ease up. And with clearing skies tonight, we know as that colder air moves in that we've got a cold night ahead of us. So by 7 o'clock, some places dipping below zero if we aren't there already. And then heading into the overnight hours, watch what happens. Everybody's dropping below zero overnight. And so for your Saturday morning, be ready for a cold start. If you need to get out and do some shoveling, you might want to wait until later in the day on Saturday because this is not going to be fun. At least you'll need to bundle up. And it even feels chilly out there right now with those wind chills. So here's a look at our 7-day planner. Expect to have some conditions that are not so nice again continuing through the rest of the day today, especially if you're in the Southern Valley on our first alert weather day. For Saturday, again, we're starting off cold, but so much better than last weekend. We've got high temperatures rising into the teens for Saturday afternoon. Sunday looks warmer from there. We may see a shot of a little bit of light snow, and that may carry over into Martin Luther King Jr. Day for Monday. Temperatures, though, into the 20s. Monday night and into Tuesday, another clipper will be moving in. It's going to stir up some wind. It's going to bring some snow and bring about some much colder temperatures. We've got another shot of Arctic air coming our way as we head into next week, midweek next week. So looking at conditions that are going to be changing. Aren't they always, though? Always dipping up and down. And of course, seeing these storm systems moving through, at least this year, We've gotten quite a bit of snow so far, and we're adding to it today, some of us more than others.
Yes, it sure seems like it. To all the kids home from school today, which is many of them, if you're going out in that fresh snow, maybe an extra hat, two hat kind of day.
I think
it's cold out there.
Yeah, it's a good idea because wind chills, if they're not below zero right now, they're close to it and they'll be dropping.
Thanks so much, Lisa.